Hey guys, before we even begin the review, I just wanted to give a big shout out to the person who actually sponsored this PayPal sponsor review, Ryan. My dude, Ryan, you are awesome, you are great, and thank you, Ryan, for serving in our United States Armed Forces. And if you guys want to help sponsor a review in the future, please do so by donating to the PayPal link down below in the comment section and say what gun you want us to review. Now, on to the review.
And now for something completely different.
Alright, so let's just go ahead and talk about the gun, because, let's face it, the SigSauer 5.52 has been, in my mind, kind of a cool little gun. Not just because G&G makes it, along with, oh, I don't know, the SIG 5.53 and the SIG 5.50, which is right here, but also because it's just a cool little gun. Like, seriously, it's got a cool shape by it, it's really interesting, it's just fun. It's just a fun little gun. I still love it, even from my Rainbow Six Vegas 2 gameplays. Believe me, I actually need to play more of that gun. I really do. It's just a fun gun to play with. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. The box is unimpressive as fuck. And there's plastic behind it. So let's just go ahead and go off. Let's just go over here and actually open it, shall we? And of course, the box itself, like I said before, is unimpressive. Like, seriously, all you get is this stupid little sticker that says from Cybergun. So, let's go ahead and open her up. And the thing's in plastic. Oh, I see. Okay. That's why they have it upside down, because it's actually made by CYMA. Okay, so it's actually called the CM.020. What the hell, Cybergun? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Well, at least they gave you instructions in the inside where it shows you that you gotta lift the thing up, you gotta put that in there, you can do this, you can do that, semi-automatic, full auto, all that good jazz. You know, let's just get the thing open so we can actually get this over with. Alright, so, what do you get in the box? Well, first off, you get a wholly proprietary charger. Throw that to the side. You get a cheap red dot, which is missing a side. And has an on-off feature, does it not? Oh wow, that's actually really bright. Like, that's seriously bright if you cannot see up in there. Like, holy hell, that's bright. You can actually see through that. Okay, yeah, no, that's going on one of my guns. Cheap screwdriver, which, let's face it, you're never going to use, so just throw that away. Safety goggles, which, actually, I'll probably throw to the side just to use. The mock suppressor, which actually is pretty heavy duty. Like, no joke, that's actually pretty heavy duty. Holy shit. Throw that to the side. The wholly proprietary 7.2 volt battery. 0.12 BBs. A click-on foregrip? Okay, that's new. The parts that we're missing for the sight, or the red dot, whichever one you want to go with. Flashlight, which is missing its thing. Let me guess, it needs batteries, right? It just actually looks like it's bright. That's the thing. What kind of batteries does it fucking take? That's my question. Does it even... Do I have to unscrew this first? And then push it forward. And it takes... looks to be AAA or AA batteries. But you know, you gotta actually unscrew this, then slide this back on, and then do all that good fucking jazz. That's just too much work. You know, we're gonna get this whole thing put together. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We're gonna get this whole thing put together. Let me just screw this back on. Which thankfully never has like a little plastic thing on there, which is not too bad. And a cheap little sling. We're never gonna use this. But then finally we get to the gun itself and an unjamming rod. But the gun itself is actually fairly solid for a CYMA. Yeah, it doesn't work, but it does have hop-up, which is pretty nice, like the little sliding hop-up, which is not too bad. It's fairly solid. Okay, so that's safe. Semi-auto's a little clicky, and then full auto's right there, which No fully ambidextrous fire selector. That's kind of sad. The butt pad's actually rubberized. It's got two sides to it. Okay, there it goes. The magazine's actually pretty decently built. Quality, it's not too bad. Okay, let's throw the suppressor on there. Which, I bet you anything, that would go on regular threading, or at least something else of quantity. But you know, that's... Okay, the rail's going to get in the way, and let's face it, you're probably never going to use the rail, you're going to use a red dot, but in terms of what it is, it's not that bad for a little compact thing in terms of feel. But let's go ahead and get back over there and actually fully break this thing down, fully dressed up, shall we? So, this is the gun. This does take AA's, and it's about as bright as those cheap LEDs you buy at Walmart. Foregrips made of polymer. I'm not going to say it's actually going to hold up pretty well. I'm not going to tell you that. The scope, the red dot here, actually has minor magnification. I say that because when I run it over some things, it actually does zoom in a bit. But the big thing is, it is bright as hell. Like, seriously, I'm actually seeing the red off the camera. Like, it is so blindingly bright that I can't see it, and it's off to the side here. You're not getting an accurate thing, but Jesus Christ, that is extremely bright. Like, seriously, that is extremely bright. Oh boy, that's not being used. You know, that's not going to be used. But, before we even talk about the gun itself, I've got to go ahead and get this rant out of the way. So I just set the gun here to the side. Really, Cybergun? Fucking really, though? Look at this. This is the actual box. If you were buying this from CYMA, this is what you would see. This is the same thing as the M16.
Excuse me, what?
If you remember that review. Same Photoshop, same camo pattern, same everything. But here's the thing. Cybergun, soft air, whatever the fuck, you asshats thought it'd be a good idea just to flip it inside out, put a barcode there, and your sticker. Were you so lazy you couldn't just Photoshop, or at least get a plain thing here, redo this, redo all this, and then completely just use what we have here, but just replace it with Cybergun / soft air?
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Were you really that fucking lazy you couldn't do that, you assholes?
Of course!
Rant over. Now, the current setup of the gun is what they want you to do. But you know me, and you know that, well, I'm not going to use this red dot at all. I'm not going to use this at all. Even this foregrip. Yeah, you can't come over here, you got to come from the back. I'm not going to use that. And even the suppressor here, yeah, no, I'm going to leave that on because honestly I do like the look of it. But no, if I was going to use this, I would have, well, my Magpul foregrip on here, my red dot on here, or magnified scope, and I'd actually use it like this. So now that that's all out of the way and we just have the base gun itself, let's actually talk about it, shall we? So it is all polymer, and it actually uses the proprietary battery that is used in the CM22. However, unlike the CM22, which of course is the 22AK, this uses a weird retro grade SIG 552 magazine. I say weird thing because, well, I wouldn't be surprised if you could actually use it in the other AEG variants. I say that because I'm not sure. But the hop-up is a little bit stiff, meaning that it hasn't been broken in yet. I'm pulling it all the way to the back. The bolt is, of course, molded in. And the folding stock is actually solid. It's actually pretty good, though it's got a rubberized butt pad there. And you can actually remove it from this. Literally, this is all attached on. So if you wanted to, you could actually undo these screws right here, remove it off, and go from there. You can actually do a lot with this, which is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to open this gun up. And of course, to get to the battery, which, oh, so fun, you have to squeeze on this a bit. Son of a bitch! Okay. Literally, I am doing everything in my power to lift up. You know what? I'm going to be right back, guys. Okay. And you would think this broke off, but no, this is... No, and the shaking? You think something broke? No, that's the sling mount here. This adorable little sling mount. Yeah, no, you're not going to be using that. I know that for damn sure. Now, let's just go ahead and actually get the battery in this, shall we? And actually hear what this thing sounds like. Okay, so there's a little compartment here for the actual battery itself, which is, okay. But yeah, no, let's go ahead and get it connected and see what we're dealing with. Don't worry, I'm going to remove the plastic little sticker thing for it. Alright, let's go ahead and get your semi-automatic. Pretty decent rate of fire. Full auto. It's not bad. I mean, it really isn't bad for what it is. I mean, this is a 7 point... Pull that off there. There it goes. This is a 7.2 volt, 350 mAh, so... I mean, what do you expect? It's not that bad. I mean, it really isn't. Huh. So, yeah. Also, you can see in there is a metal barrel. There's an outer barrel right here. I don't know why there's an outer barrel over the inner barrel, but my guess is that the barrel is actually pretty short inside. So, yeah, when I open this thing up, and yes, you know I'm going to open this thing up, we're actually going to put a better, longer barrel in it that goes through the entire, well, mock suppressor. So, with that said, go ahead and talk about the magazine finally, because the magazine is something I wanted to talk about. The magazine is translucent, which is actually not bad, and actually shows that, well, how the magazine works as a whole. You pull this here, or you try to, and you more or less just fill it in right there. So, let's go ahead, get her all set up with the run cam and all that good jazz, and let's actually get some FPS, some chronos and range, shall we? Alright, so we have the chronograph here. We have our nice little SIG here. Let me go ahead and just close that up. And we have the translucent magazine loaded up, which is honestly really nice. Now I'm going to try this with not only the... Just go ahead and do that real nice. With not only the suppressor on, but also with it off. So let's go ahead and try it with the suppressor on, see what kind of FPS we're getting at the moment. So, just go ahead and fire her real good. Using .2s, by the way, Black Ops. 146, 127, 147, 147, 145, 139, 146. According to the chronograph, this thing will do 240 rounds a minute, which is hilarious. Now, safety on, let's go ahead and take off the suppressor and see what we're getting with the suppressor off. So, semi-automatic. Suppressor's off. 129. 150. 127. 175. 146. 149. 149. 195. So it is heavily inconsistent in terms of FPS, but supposedly it's going to get 87 feet, which I don't believe that. I think it'll go a little further than 87 feet, but that's what the run cam is there for. So let's go ahead, take it outside, and see the exact distance we're going to be getting with this, and then push that distance a little further, shall we? Remember, stealth is optional. Now, obviously, the ranges will be probably similar to the CYMA 22, the CM22, which is the 22 AK. So, Holding the buttstock out, let's go ahead, flip the semi-auto, and see if it'll hit at 50 feet. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the hop up and see what we get with no hop. Now the wind is blowing, so yes, it will be affected. Will it hit the broadside of a barn? At 50 feet, yes. Huh. Which, ironically enough, it's actually the range without the hop up. So I'm going to set the hop up to the middle section. I'm going to see if the BBs are flying straight by that point in time. A little, yes, but pulling it all the way up. Yeah, 50 feet seems to be that max range, apparently, I think. And I'm going to shoot off in this distance. I want to see what that does. "50 feet seems to be the max distance. Huh. We are roughly 60 or so feet away, roughly I say. And I'm going to test out a theory of mine. Now I'm going to have it angled a bit. And I'm going to see if we're going to hear if it hits the barn. Okay, so angled, you are actually getting the ranges that you'd actually think. Okay, that just went over the barn, so wait a minute. Okay, so apparently in full auto, that's where the actual performance comes in. So they expect you to use it in full auto. Let's get to the highest point possible where gravity isn't at play and actually turn the run cam on and see what ranges we're actually getting out of this, shall we? Now that we're here, let's get the run cam turned on. Let's see what range we're actually getting at. Go. Huh. Okay, now let's try full auto. Now I'm a little curious. What's the range without this on? Because I'm a little curious if the suppressor was actually messing with the range a bit. Yeah, it was. It was actually messing with the range, because you could see from the footage, it was actually getting a little further than what you would expect from an actual little gun itself, a little gun like this. So it's reaching out to about 70 feet. Now granted, the barrel is probably short as hell in here, so once we actually put a longer barrel in this, that range is probably going to change. But either way though, let's get back inside and I'll give my final thoughts and verdict on this little bad boy. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's not a bad gun. Okay, so I'm going to say it. It's not a bad gun. Now, before everyone starts trying to castrate me in the comments section, you know me. You know I'm someone who's honest and someone who has a different point of view on airsoft than everyone else, including some people. Look, this is by far not a good gun, but it is definitely something that's good for what it is. This is something like the CM22 that helps people get into airsoft. But this in particular is something that someone who owns a SIG can get their kid. So that way they can start up on a SIG. Not only that, but let's face it, it's a good gun at the price tag. It's got potential. It is something that I myself am going to upgrade and use as a loaner gun. And I'm definitely going to buy more of these magazines because CYMA makes more of these and it's actually a really good magazine. Like, I'm not even joking on that. It is actually a pretty good magazine. So I'm definitely going to buy more. I'm definitely going to get more of these magazines and actually use this as a loaner gun to a lot of the players. Because, while yes, the suppressor here definitely neuters the performance out of it, because if you put the suppressor on, you're getting only 50 feet out of it. But with the suppressor off, you're getting 70 to almost 80 feet range out of it, which is not bad for this little bad boy here. And believe me, I know everyone's going to say, oh, it's an LPEG. No, I've seen LPEGs, motherfucker. If you actually watch my bad reviews, you know what a goddamn LPEG is. This is definitely not an LPEG. An LPEG insinuates that it can't be upgraded, that it cannot be improved. This can be improved. This can be upgraded. And I'm going to show you how when I actually do the takedown / mod guide for this bad boy. So definitely look forward to that. And in terms of everything else, honestly, get rid of this. Unscrew that. I know I am. I'm going to unscrew this, remove this rail, and it's just going to be the lower rail here and this right here. Or hell, because this is removable, I'm just going to remove this rail, and I'm probably going to rock just straight iron sights, because that's how I roll, motherfuckers. That's how I fucking roll. Either way, though, it's not a bad gun. It's something that you buy your kid to help them learn airsoft. And if you wanted to, you could rewire it for Tamiya. Or if you want a better battery, buy one of the RC batteries that uses the same connector so that you can actually have more output for it. Because I know I will. Either way, though. What's the final verdict, you may ask, for the CYMA SigSauer 552? It gets no more, no less than an 8 out of 10. It's a good gun. On sale, $40, if not $50 MSRP. I say grab one. Grab one for shits and giggles if you want. I mean, this is definitely a better affordable alternative than what we have right now in fucking airsoft, considering that the G&G SIG 552s are fucking expensive as shit at almost $300. There are other SigSauer 552s and all the other ones that are pretty expensive. Hell, the SigSauer 556, which accepted AR mags, is now discontinued on e-bike, which sucks. But you know, it's just one of those things. And much like everything else, it's something that we can all enjoy. So, once again, thank you, Ryan, for your donation and sponsoring this review. This, surprisingly enough, was a good gun and can be a good gun. And, well, to anyone out there who's wondered if this was a good gun, I hope it answers your question, because it actually is a good gun. It actually is decent. It's actually okay. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and if you guys want to help sponsor a review on a gun that you always wanted to know, hey, is it good or not, then please consider donating to the PayPal down below if you haven't already. Or, if you want to help support the channel, please do so by donating to the PayPal down below. We need your help in getting BBs and stuff for the shooting tests and all that good jazz. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, the common man's airsofter who reviews bad guns so you don't buy them, and finds hidden gems among the shit. And I will see all you people in the next video. Till next time!